Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dave here with Go Gamers, and today we got a PS5 on a repair bitch that is having issues not connected to the TV. The HDMI port is in complete working condition. There's nothing wrong with the HDMI port, so we have another issue on the motherboard. So let's go over to the upper cam and see exactly what we got going on with this console today. Alright, so as you guys can see, we have a PS5 fat model console. Now this is the original fat model, the one that originally launched. And over here we have our HDMI port. So let's go over to upper cam and see exactly what's going on with this one. Alright, so we have our HDMI port right here. Just going over to all the pins, but you can see all the pins are perfect shape. Select the going on inside the port. Next thing I always check when it comes to these type of things is the HDMI IC. Now the thing with these HDMI ICs is typically I usually only see these really go out. And when they do go out, the console just won't turn on at all. This console can turn on just fine. There's no issue with any boot secrets or anything. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test the components around the chip. So I'm gonna test these caps. I got my multimeter set in continuity mode. I'm gonna go back over to this microscope, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my black probe on ground, and I'm gonna take my red probe, and I'm just gonna touch. Okay, so I don't have a short here, but I have a short here, which leads me to believe that's definitely HDMI IC chip. Got a short here, short here, short here, short. I mean, I'm testing shorts all over all these caps. I mean, most obvious thing that's going on is obviously the HDMI IC. And like I said, typically with these, usually when I see these go out, it's typically, it usually doesn't turn on. But on the off chance this thing is actually still turning on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this current HDMI IC off this board. I have another donor board right here. I'm going to remove this HDMI IC and I'm going to put it on the board so we can see if we can get this fixed. Now, I'm going to grab my flux. Now, I use this Amtech Flux 559. If you want to know what type of flux I use, link is listed down below in my description. I'm going to turn on both of my fume extractors. And we're going to go back over to this microscope. So let's pop this flux around this chip. Alright, so I'm going to use my heat wand right here. If you want to know what type of heat wand I use, it's down below in the description. It's a 2R heat wand. Got my temperature set at 500. I'm going to use, let's see if I can be able to use these angle tweezers. Okay, I can use this. So good thing is I don't have to use my vac pump to remove the chip. I could just use my angle tweezers. These other tweezers, the other tweezers I was using, I actually wasn't big enough to grab the chip, so I usually would have to use my vac pump. But we're gonna get this chip heated up. So remember I got it set to 500. Alright, so I have the old HDMI IC removed, as you can see. Here we are right here. I'm gonna set that aside. Alright, so I just took my toothbrush, I dipped it in some 99% IPA. Just gonna go around it, clean up around where the chip is supposed to go. Just make sure we put the chip over from the donor board on, everything is good. But first, let's test to see if we have any shorts. So I have my multimeter back on again. I have it set in continuity mode. Black probe on ground. No longer have a short. No short. No short. Still no short. No shorts on any of these caps. And all these caps was testing shorts previously before. So that lets me know the HDMI IC, excuse me, was actually completely messed up on this one. And all the caps are completely fine. So Now, the next step we're going to do is I'm actually going to take my donor board. I'm going to put it on a repair bench. I'm just going to speed boost through that because this is the same step as I already showed you guys with this one. And we are going to remove the HDMI IC on this one. All right, so I have the HDMI IC removed off the other board. As you can see, I put the IC off the donor board onto the console that we need to repair. I'll put flux around the entire header. I did not need to put any new fresh solder on this header. Sometimes you do, but most of the time I've been successful with just reusing the same solder that's on here. That's why I didn't replace any solder. As you can see, I already got the chip aligned. I put my microscope at an angle so I could properly see everything, and chip's still unaligned anyways. But I'm gonna take my tweezers, try to get it back in place, and we're gonna try to get this chip soldered in properly. I still have my heat wand set to 500, 4.5 for the airflow. Taking my toothbrush, I dipped it in some 99% IPA. Going around it, cleaning the chip. I want to make sure I got everything aligned perfectly. And so let's just spend a little bit of time cleaning up everything around here, because I want to make sure when I look at all the solder points, everything is totally visible. So I'm just going to go around here scrubbing everything up. Alright, so let's look at the top. And as we can see on the top, let's get this focused. Everything appears to be soldered perfectly fine. There is one cap up there, as you can see, top right, that needs to be fixed, which I'll do once I double check this IC. And over there looks beautiful. Alright, so this is the bottom of the IC. And everything on the bottom of this encoder looks perfectly fine. So let's look at the left side to ensure it's good. This is the right side. Everything on the right side looks good. Then, so top, we checked everything. We checked top, bottom. And I hate how I gotta constantly get refocused on here every time, but everything appears to be fine. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to get that cap fix that kind of blew off of its spot. Once I find it. Alright, so here we are. Let's go ahead and get that cap fix in the top right real quick. We'll just pop a little bit of flux to get that flown into place. Yep, that cap flowed into place, so we are good with that. So now all we have to do now is just test it out just to make sure it works. So here we go. I'm just going to put it partially back together, confirms that it works before we put it all the way back together, and that should be it. All right, so we have it partially put back together, and I just turned it on. As you can see right now, we have no signal. Console is turning on. We're still at the blue light, so we're going to wait until it goes to the white light and see if we can get anything on the screen. Alright, screen went black. We're getting the checking storage. So let's get through this and see if we can get to fully turn on. Stuck at 69%, but we'll see. Alright, so we got the PlayStation logo. Let's see if we can make it to the dash. And I'm going to plug in my controller right now and see what happens. and looks like everything is good. Starts up fine, no issues. You can see I have console. It is on the dashboard. Trying to press the PS logo. All right, there we go. All right, and looks like everything is completely perfect with this game console. So got that new HDMI IC in there, and looks like everything is being detected with no problem. So looks like that's it for this one. All right, guys, so that is it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this one, make sure you're going ahead and smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, because I try to upload as much content as possible. But besides that, we got this console up and working with no issues. So I hope to see you guys on the next video, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. See ya.